Hello everyone, my name is NickTheNitherianNoob. I play fantasy, sci-fi, history, and generally any kind of game that I really want to play, to be honest. Today we are continuing our playthrough of SpellforceIII Reforced. I have gotten some comments about the FPS in my videos, so I have turned down the graphics a bit, so hopefully everything will be running a bit smoother for everyone. I'll also be muting myself unless I have something to say, so that way you guys don't hear me breathing as heavily throughout as the previous videos. So with all that being said, let's dive right back in.
Wide swathes of green, fertile soil, lakes and rivers rich in fish. The people of Lianon, a small village in the meadowlands of Lianon, have long led a peaceful life. Now the tides have turned. According to word of mouth, the village has been struck by the blood burn. It is your mission to ascertain these rumors' veracity and act accordingly.
Actually, I'm gonna try and see if having my mic this far out works better rather than what's it? Rather than muting myself. Alright, time for things to go massively downhill.
Tahar.
Anselm, what happened? Where's the general?
Up north. He left us in charge. What about the outpost? Is it safe? Since you just strolled in here, I suppose the elves have somehow surrendered.
They have. Look, Anselm, I need to talk to the general. There's something about the bloodburn we didn't...
Save your breath for later, Corporal. This place is getting purged.
Purged? You mean...
Yes, it's tragic, but there's no other choice. The general said it was the plan all along. Until we know how this plague spreads, we cannot allow any of these people to leave. Not alive.
This is insane. Look at these people, Anselm. We can't just kill them.
What do you want me to do, Tahar? Fall on my knees and cry? It's an order, and we are soldiers. It's as simple as that.
That's how great crimes against humanity are happen when soldiers simply follow orders like that.
So you knew this is what we're here for? Why did he tell you and not us?
He didn't. I only just learned it myself.
But the general doesn't have the information we have. He should know before we do anything.
It would take an hour to catch up by now, and even if you were to tell him, he seemed pretty set on this. Which I understand. It's all of Northander we're gambling with. Maybe all of EO.
Forget it. I'm not killing these people, and you won't either.
That's what I wanted to hear. One last thing before we kill you, betrayer. Do you remember her face?
Whose face? What in the blazes are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Well, that's a damn good question. 8 years ago in Iskander, when your father tried to execute you, and the Wolfguard stopped him, it was my sister who paid the price for it. Isamo Tahar. He burned her alive. He blasted the skin from her skull. And all just because of you. All because of the fucking betrayer's child. But no, that wasn't enough. Instead of killing you like he should have, General Noria took you in. Trained you as if you were something special. Wolfguard. He might as well have spit on my sister's grave.
Anselm, this isn't fair. This isn't fair, and you...
Fair? Fuck fair! She died, damn it! She died! Only so this piece of shit could live. Good thing is, you refused a direct order. So we don't even need to cover this up. Now let's get this over with.
No, Anselm! You can't...
killed one of our heroes.
Shit.
Stay with me, will you? We're not done yet.
Somebody!
Come on, come on, come on.
They killed one of our heroes.
Damn it! I need healing.
Oh, shit.
Stay calm, Bertrand. This wasn't our fault. We just have to...
Tahar, there's news from the jet. Tiara's breath. What happened here?
We can explain. They...
Stay where you are. Slaughtering your own brethren. I can't believe it, Tahar. I should have guessed. Drop that weapon now. And you too, Carpal. Unless you want to save the hangman some work.
Hangman?
What do you think? You're charged with high treason. Betrayed by the betrayer's child. The general will love to hear this.
I told you this would happen, Angar. I told you.
I just can't believe this is all you have to say in your defense, Tahar.
Anselm and his friends attacked us. Do you need me to write it down for you?
Watch your tongue, Tahar. General, you are a soldier of the Queen, Tahar. And for the past 8 years, you have served us well. Not only that, you even went as far as to refuse obedience to your father. Because you knew what he did was wrong. I respect that. But killing 5 of your brethren in cold blood and refusing a royal order, I cannot let that go unpunished.
But this is ridiculous! The general was wrong, for heck's sake! The blood burn is not contagious! What should we have done? Slaughter an entire village?
Blazes, are you that ignorant or just plain stupid, Carpo? These elves would have told you anything. They were the ones who betrayed our treaty in the first place. But I'm done explaining myself. This is a waste of time. You're a murderer, Tahar. I should have seen that right away, but I didn't. And the same goes for you, Carpo. You're a disgrace to the Wolfguard.
Tell me one thing, Tahar. Do you have any regrets?
This isn't about regrets. These villagers were innocent, and I tried to do what was necessary to save them. That's it.
No. You acted based on information by people who broke a decades-old treaty. And even if they hadn't, what tells you that they were right? Greyfell might be gone by now, if General Naria hadn't done what he did. Corporal Tahar, Corporal Carpal, you are hereby found guilty of murdering 5 soldiers of the Royal Army and insubordination. The punishment is death by the string. Take them to the dungeons.
No. That's what I meant by things are going downhill. We'll be going down. At the end of the rope. That was a very poor joke. That could even be qualified as a joke.
That's it.
Pardon?
Since you've been sitting here, I've been wondering why your face looks so bloody familiar. Now I remember. I saw you in the courtyard, back when they took me to my... how did they call it? Trial? You're one of them, aren't you?
If I was one of them, would I be sitting here?
Were one of them. Sorry. I'm guessing I should be mad at you, shouldn't I? For serving these idiots. But, as it seems, we're sitting in the same dirt, so... sod it. I'm Iria. Iria of Finan Mir. What's your name?
Just call me Tahar.
Tahar? As in, Isamo Tahar?
He was my father, yes, but I fought him in the Mage Wars.
Huh. None of my business, I suppose. So, tell me, Tahar, what brings you to this wonderful place? Came to enjoy some nice hours of sitting in rat crap and hearing those zealots torture the living shit out of our kind? I hate to disappoint, but it gets boring after a while.
Our kind? I didn't know I was an elf.
No, but you're gifted, same as I. Or a defiler, as people prefer to say nowadays.
Ah, right. You're a mage.
I am.
You're also pretty.
I think you know what I'm here for. I'm sentenced to die on the pike, just as you are.
Oh, I see. How come? If I'm not mistaken, you're Wolfguard, aren't you? And aren't you guys supposed to be some kind of elite?
I was a corporal and refused an order.
Oh? What kind of order?
Long story. In short, our general ordered us to slaughter an entire village, Lianon. He wanted to prevent a plague called the bloodburn from spreading, but, how should I say, was missing some crucial information.
Which was?
The bloodburn isn't contagious.
Blazes. Sometimes I wonder what's wrong with this world. I got ambushed. Soldiers of House Leonider, as they called themselves. I was trying to reason with them, but they wouldn't listen. I knew I shouldn't have done it, you know? Use my magic. But in that moment, I was just so bloody scared.
What did you do?
I only remember fragments. 2 of them lunged at me. I grabbed their arms and let my light magic run free. It was over in less than a minute. I didn't even know I could do that.
Light magic can kill?
It can drain, yes. It's not what it's made for, but nonetheless deadly.
And I take it you got caught?
No, not at first. But I'd rather not talk about it. They're going to kill us. And, you know, there is still a part in me that thinks this is all a bad dream. Are you afraid?
I try not to think about it.
So do I. Thing is, it doesn't work. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I haven't given up yet. We need to find a way out, and we need to do it quick.
We're in a prison.
How did you guess? Doesn't change the fact that we need to get out. I've searched every part of my cell, and there's absolutely nothing. But yours is a lot bigger. Go see if you can find anything.
Like what? A magical key?
No, a fragile bar in the walls. Something that can help us pick a lock. Whatever. Or maybe start by taking a look at that breakthrough in the wall behind you.
Interesting. Iria, I found something here. It looks like a piece of thread.
Great! One of the prisoners must have left it. See if you can find a nail or something like that. That way we could make a lockpick.
A lockpick? What do you think this is, a child's game? We are in the Grey Keep prison. Even if you had Zerbo's keys, you wouldn't get that door open.
Just ignore him.
Interesting.
Discolored letter. To whomever finds this, my name is Naira Shri. I'm a mage. My crimes, as the Purity Scions say, are illegal use of magic, defilement of the light, and treason against the Allfather. Horse shit, I say. I am guilty of nothing but using the gifts of the Guardians have bestowed upon me. I come from a village in Iskander. It's an unremarkable place that never attracts any attention from the rest of the world. That is, until the war broke out. Raiders, unchecked by Iskander forces, came to our village. They took all our food and possessions. They took women into their own homes while their husbands and children bled to death outside. I heard the screams. I hid as my father instructed, but they found me. I refused to let them take me like a sheep to slaughter. My father said to never be ashamed of my magic, that it was a gift, not a curse. So I burned them. I set them ablaze and watched as they fled into the night. The other villagers looked at me like I was the monster. The next day the raiders returned with soldiers and a purity priest. They thanked the raiders for reporting me. They bound me in chains and dumped me in this prison cell. While I sit here scribbling this note, they are free men.
Alright, scum, time to wake up.
Defilers?
Those two.
Isn't that?
The betrayer's child. Yes.
I didn't realize I was on a time
Interesting.
limit.
I'm Rondar Lacane, the Harbinger of Light. And you are here because you've sinned. I don't know how, and it doesn't matter. But the light has found you guilty.
Mercy! Please, sir! I have children, a wife,
Quiet, scum.
Don't. He's afraid. And he should be. So, I'm here for a simple reason. You, the Defilers, are beyond repentance. But you three, you may not be. If you admit your sins now and accept the light into your life, you may be given a second chance. You may be born again as servants of Aeonir. The choice is yours. Child?
I don't think he can hear you, Your Holiness.
Why? I believe my instructions were clear. If they are not Defilers, they are not to die until they have been given a chance.
I know, Your Holiness, but he was already weak when the soldiers brought him here. He must have had some untended wounds.
I see. Well, may the light have mercy on your soul, child.
I repent! Please, Your Holiness, I repent!
You do?
Yes!
Then confess. Confess that you have done wrong. Confess that you are corrupted. Confess that your life is and was always empty without the love of the All-Father. And confess that it is only this love that can lead you back to the path of virtue.
I confess that I accept the light as my salvation.
Then rise and be born again. Open the door, child, and take him away. I will join you in the courtyard.
Are you certain, Your Holiness?
I am. Leave.
Of course.
What a lunatic.
If they repent, do they really let them live?
Depends on what you call living. From what I've been told, these newborn have to give their life to the purity. But yes, they will live.
What now?
No idea. But as long as that priest fellow is here, we have no way to get out unseen. Wait, do you hear that?
Will do.
You heard it, didn't you?
Yes.
That voice? Yes.
That's interesting.
You aren't making any sense.
The blood burn. What do you know about it?
Only that it's some kind of magical plague.
A magical plague. Yes, that's one way to put it. Where do I start? 6 months ago, before the first occurrence of the blood burn, Aeonir showed me a vision. It was beautiful, riveting.
Like the one that made you found the purity of light in the first place.
I see you're well informed. Yes, like that one.
Must be handy to have so many visions.
I don't expect you to understand my faith, Tahar, so spare me the irony. But that particular vision I had that night was different. I woke up in a wide, empty desert. The sun was glaring, and the sand was almost burning. Yet I felt completely at ease. I began to walk until I saw the walls of a beautiful giant city, white as marble. When I reached the gates, they were wide open. By then, the sun had become even more intense, glaring, engulfing the city in a sea of light. Still, I was not afraid. I entered the city and found the streets deserted. I can't remember for how long I walked, but it must have been hours. Until, finally, I saw him. The All-Father, Aeonir, a figure made of pure light.
You met Aeonir?
Yes. I don't think that you as a non-believer could possibly understand what it felt like. But what matters is that he spoke to me. He told me that the blood burn was imminent, and how we can cure it.
If the Purity already knew that much about the Bloodburn's nature, why didn't you tell the Lord Marshal? General Noria slaughtered an entire village because he thought it was contagious. Which is also why I'm here.
We did tell him. But you know the King Regent. He's not a man of faith. We needed proof. Something a godless man like him would understand.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, we wouldn't be able to kill him if we wanted to.
What makes you so sure it was a vision and not just some dream?
I just know. As I said, I don't expect you to understand.
And why does Aenir care about the Bloodburn?
Because he's preparing his return.
Right. Your priest told me about that. You believe that Aenir will return to the world and make it a better one.
One of equality, peace, and harmony. No more magic, no more castes, no more nobility. The Bloodburn is just one more trial we have to overcome.
So, how can we cure it?
Well, that's where you come in. I wasn't certain at first, but now I am. He told me that there's someone who will play a pivotal role in all this, whose blood is connected to the plague, and I would recognize him or her when the time comes.
And you believe that's me?
I do. Let me tell you a story. 3 weeks ago, a small village was almost completely wiped out by the Bloodburn. I went there, together with 6 of my priests, to follow up on my vision. As you can imagine, it was atrocious. By the time we got there, most of the townsfolk were already dead. Save for one man, an elf, the village healer, witnessing that bloodbath. It had broken him. However, he was still able to tell us some very interesting things. Among them, that he believed the infection occurred right after he heard something that night. A song. The Song of the White, as we now call it.
Hang on. You're saying that this singing we just heard actually causes the Bloodburn?
Correct. And since, according to that elven healer, the words of the song resemble the Shaper tongue, we think that the Bloodburn might be connected to the Shapers.
Nonsense.
Actually, he might be right. Lord Marshal Arendir told me something similar. Noises before an outbreak.
Alright, now I'm lost. If this song causes the Bloodburn, why are you the first to make that connection?
Because not everybody hears it. Only those who are magically gifted do, and this hearing also protects them from the disease itself. Both of you are. And that leads me to believe that you, Tahar, are the one Aenir spoke of. The pariah, who will help us put an end to the Bloodburn.
If this song forebodes the Bloodburn, does that mean that there will be an outbreak in Greykeep?
Well, something else we learned about the Bloodburn is that it's unpredictable. There might be an outbreak, or there might not be. And it might be just a servant who dies, or the entire castle.
If that's the case, shouldn't you be afraid for your men?
I'm not. I am with Aenir, as we all are. And fear is only a product of missing guidance.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, he's a religious nut. Don't look too far into it.
So you're saying there's no pattern at all? Whether a song causes an outbreak or not is entirely coincidental?
No, I did not say that. What I said is that we have not understood the pattern yet.
Whatever you want me to do, if I am to help you, you'll free Iria as well.
Of course. She may be a defiler, but her ability to hear the song makes her as valuable as you are.
And if we help you, does that mean we'll be spared? Will you get us out of here?
It won't be easy, but yes, I will.
If Aenir chose me, why didn't he just send me the vision himself?
You're making the mistake of trying to apply human logic to a divine being. We're simply not in a position to understand the All-Father's ways.
I think you're just a religious nut. Oh shit, now I need to think of a song for that. Because I was like doing that in like a sing-song voice, now I need to come up with a religious nut song.
So being a mage protects from the Bloodburn.
Having magic in you, that's a big difference. Using magic, giving into the temptation, is a sin. Merely having the gift isn't. It's something that runs in your blood. But yes, being gifted seems to allow hearing the song and protects against the blood burn.
The Moorhere elves told me they were affected by the blood burn too. Don't all elves have a spark of magic in them?
They do. And that's very interesting. That means that either we are wrong, or the elves are confusing something else with the blood burn.
There isn't much of a choice, is there? If we don't help you, we'll be executed.
Yes. But even if your situation were different, helping us would be in your best interest. If we don't stop the blood burn, all of Io will be affected, regardless of race or faith. And also, being chosen by Aenir is a great honor, one some of my followers would kill for.
A friend of mine has been sentenced to death too. His name is Bertrand Carpel. Can you get him out as well?
Bertrand Carpel? Yes, I've heard about him. Another member of the Wolf Guard, isn't he?
Yes. I don't know where he is though. They separated us after the trial.
Then I'll see what I can do, though your escape is more important right now.
I know. And thank you for helping us.
It's Aenir's will. There are some arrangements I have to make first. Give me a few moments.
I mean, I don't trust this guy, and I've played through enough of this game to know whether or not he's trustworthy or not. So take that
Two
as
more
you will.
things before you set out. First, you'll have to use the sewers to escape. There's an entrance in the tower's cellar that leads through the mountains. Get out of the prison and go there as quick as possible. Once you are out of the fortress, leave the city and head to Farland's Hope. It's a small village to the northwest in Iskander. There you'll meet with a contact of ours, an expert on Shaper culture who will help us decipher the song. His name is Iskrim, and he's a dwarven scholar. We set him out on a mission to find Mulandir 3 weeks ago.
Mulandir?
The ancient city of the Shapers, yes.
So you want us to help that dwarf find Mulandir, don't you? What for?
Isn't it obvious? To find clues about the song.
All right. Anything I should know about this Iskrim?
Nothing I haven't already told you. You will have plenty of time to acquaint yourselves.
If I'm not mistaken, the Purity has quite some followers now. Why don't you just send your scions to help him find Mulandir?
Good question. Simply put, there are certain people in the House of the Crown who are already uncomfortable with the Purity's military presence. Sending armed Purity followers around the country would only alarm them more.
How do we find the dwarf? Will he be in the village?
It's possible, but I doubt it. Once you arrive there, you should talk to the village mayor, Clara Farland. She works for the Purity and will provide you with all the information you need. Just tell her you are sent by the light.
Sent by the light. Fair enough. Anything else?
There is. Here, take this.
What is that? What the heck? What was that?
The rune. It imprinted itself on you.
Imprinted? What is that thing?
Hard to answer. To put it shortly, they are a gift of Aenir to us as his servants. They protect us. If the bearer of such a rune loses his life, he will be revived by Aenir's light.
Did you just say...
Revived, yes.
You're joking, right? No magic on Io can undo death.
The magic you're talking about is the magic of a past era. These runes are the symbol of a power far older than anything these fumblers you call mages could ever dream of wielding. As I told you, Tahar, Aenir's light outshines all. He was the first in this world, and he will be the last.
So that means we're going to get revival charges now. Yay.
So, these things make us, what? Immortal?
Not immortal, no. But they provide you with a chance. Should you die and be brought back to life, the rune will lose a part of its power. Its energy will take you to one of Aenir's shrines, and there your body will be mended.
Aenir's shrine? You are talking about the Elam Sar, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Though most people call them the Godstones. To join a Godstone with your rune, you will need to touch the stone with it.
And then what?
You'll see. Either way, We shouldn't waste any more time. This should be self-evident, but only tell people you fully trust of our cooperation. I will do the same. Now go. Head to Farland's Hope, find the dwarf, and find Mullandir.
All right. Goodbye then, I guess.
Goodbye. Ah, one more thing, Tahar. The two of us. We are more alike than you think. You are searching for something, for the answer to a question. And while I have found mine, you haven't found yours.
What are you getting at?
Well, you see, I'm not a fool. I know you haven't seen the light as I have, and I do not expect your loyalty. But as I said before, your blood, your lineage, it is somehow connected to all this.
It is.
And even though I don't know how, maybe our cooperation can help you find the answer. But I've wasted enough of your time. Farewell, Tahar. Farewell, Iriar of Finanmir. We will meet again.
That isn't spoiler at all.
Just give the word. All right. So that just happened. What now?
Let's just get out of here.
Okay. We should probably get our gear back first, though. Let's look around.
Although unmistakably dead, you sense remnants of aura around the man. He was a mage. I'm gonna finish this. Okay. While I sit here scribbling this note, they are free men. They are the true defilers. They say I am to don the iron mask in the morning, as if it should scare me. If there is any justice in this world, my death will be quick. I won't give them the satisfaction of seeing me afraid. If you are a mage reading this, don't let them make you afraid of your own self. You are more powerful than you realize. I wonder if that was the person that we saw executed earlier. Tongs, hooks, rope, torture tools. Locked, requires key.
Let me see.
The corpse has been here since your incarceration. It has already started to decay. And he couldn't tell that right away if it's starting to decay? I think the smell would probably give it away. Jesus Christ. It's like, can you hear me, my child? Sir? He's dead.
There. I think this is where they put our gear.
Then let's go get it.
Sacks and bundles filled with something soft. Clothing? Maybe the prisoner's belongings? Okay. All of my shit. That is a lot of shit. Okay.
Much better.
Indeed. Odd that this place is unguarded, though.
Don't jinx it.
Damage light, Wolfguard armor. Let's see this one, I think. Saving flask. What's that? Oh, and yeah, you probably need...
That way?
Yeah, the rune. It's reacting to something.
And I think I know what. Do you see that stone over there? That's a god stone. I think we should try to join the rune with it, like the Harbinger suggested.
The mossy and wet, you notice that the pillar and the godstone were made out of the same material. Maybe it was part of a ruin. So I know how godstones work.
That's interesting. This magic. Is it just me, or does it feel, I don't know, different?
That's one way to put it. Then I take it this isn't ordinary light magic.
No, not at all. As I said, it's different from all magic I've seen so far. And that means something. Not sure how much I like the thought of me being linked to an ancient monument. Once we get out of here, I definitely want to take a closer look at that rune.
That makes two of us. Either way, the rune did react to it. Assuming the Harbinger was right, if anything goes south, it's this stone we should be, well, resurrected at. Resurrected. I can't believe I just said that.
You did. Let's not find out the hard way, shall we? Now, let's push on.
We most definitely will be finding that out the hard way several times throughout this. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so since I'm on hard, I have 2 instead of 4. Okay. Or is that because this is early on and I only have 2 party members?
I'll take a look.
Got it.
How fast they recharge on hard. Armor. The Gospel of the Light. Of the light. When Aenir, All-Father, set the Godstones on Ao, this world was blessed. When Aenir, All-Father, created the Guardians and bid them watch over Io, this world was blessed. When Aenir, All-Father, gazed upon Io and saw humanity, this world was blessed. When Aenir, All-Father, forsook Io for the sins of humanity, this world was damned. We ask ourselves, how did we lose our way? The answer is clear. We are sinners, partakers in violence and greed. We are tainted, lusting for power we do not deserve. We are thieves at a feast, coveting that which is not ours. Magic is a gift that does not belong to us. That some of us are born with magic is unavoidable. It is those who choose to use magic for their own selfish purpose that taint themselves. Mages not in the service of the light desecrates the All-Father's wish, and for that we name them defilers. Sins of defilers are sins against the All-Father. Only death can absolve them of their sins. Only through the light can we become pure. Only by becoming pure can the All-Father return. This is the sacred task we humble scions must undertake. We must wash the world pure and prepare the way for Aenir's return. The day the Harbinger of Light opens the gate shall be a day of reckoning. The All-Father, pleased by the restoration of purity of the world, will return, bestow everlasting peace and unity. Humanity shall once again be blessed. We ask ourselves, what more can we do to hasten this coming? How may we best serve the light? We look to the Harbinger of Light, to the designs only Aenir's chosen knows, and recite these words. By the light I am pure, where once we sinned, now shine the light. Okay, that is suitably religious nut job writing there, and I love it. Oh, who's trying to get a hold of me? My sister about student loans. I will do that. Wait, what? Why are you... Oh. Wait, what? Huh? What did I do? What? I am confusion. Yeah. I need you to grab that. That's what I was trying to get you to do. Mysterious key. Okay. Oh, no, that's not.
A fork.
Any ideas which way to take? You know this place, right?
Not as well as I'd like to. But I'm pretty sure the one to the left leads up to the courtyard. We should prepare for heavy resistance, though.
And the other one?
I don't know. But it leads farther down the mountain. I remember hearing some guards talk about a hidden entrance into the prison. I'm guessing they used it to smuggle booze in here for the long shifts.
So either we risk fighting dozens of guards or getting lost in the caves. What do you think?
Probably the caves. Remember that to be more experience.
That's a lot of wine. I didn't know the prison guards had their own winery.
Neither did I. Probably not the time to indulge, though.
Agreed. Caves. You were right. But... That's not an ordinary lock. Looks like part of a mechanism to me.
I didn't know you were an expert on locks.
Well, there are some things you pick up when you're on the road for a while. Question is, how do we get this open? And why did they guard it with a mechanism in the first place?
It might be a secret escape route. They're all over Greykeep to allow the royalty to flee in case the place gets overrun.
And when fleeing, the last thing you'd want to happen is not having the right key at hand. Figures. Let's take a look around. There has to be a switch or something. That did something, but... Wait. I think I know what this is.
Enlighten me.
It's a Cathayan lock. There's probably another one nearby which we'll need to pull at the same time as this one.
The drawers smell of liquor. Gee, I wonder what... Ooh.
Let's see.
We will probably be using lots of health potions.
That's the second switch, but we were too slow. We need to pull them simultaneously.
Yes, that did it.
Indeed. And let's take a look at these caves, shall we?
Understood.
No.
Sure. Helen's rains. I hate these things. Seems this entrance wasn't used in a while after all.
Oh, that, or they, have to fight spiders every time they go through. Probably worse things that could be down there.
Great. A storm.
This might play into our hands, though. There'll be a lot less people to sneak or fight past that way.
I thought this was supposed to be through caves. Did I go the wrong damn way?
Huh. Interesting.
Found it.
Really? Is it just me, or do Nortander guards have a habit of leaving their stuff lying around unattended?
Seems like it. Let's just be grateful.
A memorial dedicated to a fallen hero. The inscription across the stone reads, "Those who seek enlightenment will be granted infinite riches." Why did we just light that on fire? That just seems to like scream like, hey, prison break,
Hold on.
capture us,
Do you see that?
capture us.
Yeah, patrols. That way?
Capture us.
TR. Someone's there.
Blazes.
Now officially a deserter.
Now would you look at that?
No.
You got it.
I've somehow managed to skip a lot of this. So
Got
I
it.
guess that's a good thing.
TR's breath. Someone.
We shall hunt all of them down.
TR's breath. Someone's there.
Replica of Admiral Ibertus de Basse's worship, the Juggernaut. It was key to the victory of Stone Bay, preventing Nortander from being invaded by the Imperians. I think I read the thing about that.
Whatever. Blazes!
By the... It's Tahar! You'll regret this.
There. Let's do that.
TR's breath. Someone's there.
Sounds like a plan. Here we go.
Alarm!
Sure. That way? All right. Goes nothing.
By the... It's Tahar!
Those guys are pretty damn slow.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
And there they go. Alright, let's make sure that all of the guards do not survive this. We must farm as much experience points as possible, since I've somehow managed to skip part of this, because there were supposed to be caves that we were sneaking through.
Hold on, is that... Blazes! Get them!
Got it.
Okay. I guess maybe I didn't skip anything.
Blasted. That's Garion and Armin.
Meaning?
Wolfguard. And no, don't even think about it. Those are elite soldiers from the unit I served in.
The way I see it, the way down into the cellar is right here. As long as we stay out of sight, we should be fine.
All I'm saying is I don't like these dressed up idiots acting as if they're the ones making the laws now.
What would you have the Lord Marshal do? The people believe in them.
If whoever the people believed in would be in power, unicorns would be running this country now. What the commoners need is a strong hand to guide them. Not some lunatic babbling on about return.
With over 7,000 soldiers stationed in Greykeep, the fortress's need for food and drink is immense, requiring equally immense space to store them. What few people know is that Greykeep's undercroft is more than just a vault. It is also the entry point to an intricate network of hidden tunnels, which lead all the way through the keep.
Here we are. Now where's that secret sewer entrance the Harbinger was talking about?
No idea. I've never been to this part of the keep.
Okay. Wait. Do you hear that? Footsteps.
Yeah. They noticed we're gone. We need to move quickly.
So, what's the plan?
Alistair. That's bad.
Know him?
Yeah. We need to reason.
Let's see if I remember the correct responses to this.
Interesting.
Tale of the Unlucky Alchemist. Okay. The Tale of the Unlucky Alchemist, a personal favorite. There once was an alchemist who believed he found a recipe for immortality. It was a simple elixir, he declared, made difficult only by the scarcity of ingredients. Naturally, he tried it first on himself, but when he took a knife to the heart to test the elixir's power, let's just say the experiment ended in a bit of a tragedy, or so we thought. That's the end of the tale, you might think, but not so for our unlucky alchemist. To his delight, and perhaps dismay, the next morning he awoke in a new body. His elixir gave him the power of reincarnation, a close success. Determined to perfect his formula, the alchemist figured that his elixir was missing the pickled petals of a daisy. But not just any daisy. The petals had to come from a daisy in full bloom, plucked under the light of a crescent moon. The alchemist waited until the proper night, but when he reached out to pick the flower, the cliff beneath him gave way and he fell to his death. Undeterred, he tried again. He found a daisy away from any cliff edge, waited for the light of the moon to fall upon its petals, and lightning killed him. The poor bastard probably didn't even know what hit him. Again and again he tried, but always he died beside his prize. Once murdered by raiders, twice mauled by the same bear, and once more by lightning. It didn't matter where the alchemist went, some call it the Guardian's Curse, a punishment for seeking immortality. And what of his original formula? The greedy bastard never wrote it down. But somewhere, out there, the unlucky alchemist still searches for his daisy like his death depends on it. Tarek, the Bard.
Sure. Huh. Provisions. Maybe we should stock up before we go down that tunnel.
Yeah, but quick.
Sounds like a plan.
Tahar? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be...
Rotting in a cell. You better have a damn good explanation for this, Corporal.
It's not how it looks, Alistair. You don't know the whole story.
What are you...
Why are we even listening? We know what she did.
You know me, Alistair. You know I wouldn't have killed Anselm without a reason. He tried to frame me.
But why?
Because he thinks I'm to blame for the death of his sister. She died when General Noria freed me from my father's fortress in Iskander. Yes, you know what I did? I tried to save a bloody village full of innocents from being slaughtered. And now they want to kill me? Forget it. I'm not gonna give in like that.
But he had to do it. If he hadn't purged that village, the bloodburn might have spread to Greyfell.
See? That's where you're wrong. That's where you're all wrong. The bloodburn isn't contagious. It's a curse, and slaughtering these villagers did nothing. You hear me? Nothing. That night in the Kraken, didn't you tell me you still dream of that child? That you're still blaming yourself for not doing the right thing when you could have? That's what I did. And I'm not going to die for it.
But how do you know?
What?
How do you know it's just a curse?
Remember the red fever? It spread throughout half of Io within weeks. Do you know how many people died? Hundreds of thousands. If the bloodburn were as contagious as the General thinks it is, we would be standing in a sea of bones right now. Please, just think for a moment. I'm not the enemy.
You... Stop it, Esben. Tahar's innocent.
What?
You heard me. You can pass, Tahar. Though I'm not sure what you're hoping to find down here.
Neither are we. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be thanking. Now go. We'll cover for you.
Alright, good.
That way?
And I do remember if you say we don't want any more bloodshed,
I can't
that
believe you
turns
just did that. Well,
hostile.
I did.
So, ideally don't pick that, that option. Is this just a... Okay, that's just a storage room. Let's explore there first.
Weapons, huh? Maybe some of the blades are still sharp.
Swift composite bow. Okay. Goink.
Now would you look at that?
Requires treasury key. I don't think we need to leave with the entire royal treasury. As fun as that would be.
There. That must be the entrance the Harbinger was talking about. It should lead us through the mountain into the sewer system.
All right. And what then? How far is this village, Farland's Hope?
It's in Iskander. A 4-day journey. Maybe a bit more.
You do realize we don't have to do this, right? We could just make a run for it.
I don't think so. Lianon would find us. And if what he says is true...
Wait, you actually believe that? This vision stuff?
Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. But I think for now, we should stay on his good side. We can figure out the rest later.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I wouldn't know where to go anyway. All right then, Corporal. Lead the way and I'll follow.
Alright, that is where we will end it for this video. Almost an hour long. But Farland's Hope will be quite the mission, so that'll be its own video. Once again, I have been Nick the Nitherian Noob, and I will see you all later.